Hey, everybody. Welcome to Red Carpet Healthcare Solutions Private Practice Podcasters. I'm your host, Dr. Ryan Molly, joined by my co-host,
Travis Bazell.
And tonight we have a great guest. This one's kind of outside the box.
Yeah, it's great.
You know me. I'm always kind of entrepreneurial. I'm kind of that guy that as a kid, I was tearing things apart, my radio and remote control cars and building airplanes out of them and just always very creative, thinking of things.
Tinkering.
Yeah, I just remember during my residency of thinking of like instruments and things that I could design maybe a little bit better. Fellowship, I actually took that first step and created my own surgical instrument, kind of that process from start to finish. And this guest tonight is kind of one guy that could help young surgeons, old surgeons to kind of like protect your ideas.
Yeah.
So,
before I introduce our guest, one thing that kind of came to me, one of our previous guests, Marty Nichols, had kind of connected us. So it's kind of cool, the community that we're creating with not only the viewership, but with the people who participate in the podcast and, the guests that we have on. And, I love that these guys are kind of, hey, you should do this. And so this one in particular, I mean, I know that we've kind of been trying to get this on the books for a while, but, this guy is a med device background. So speaks to me a lot, obviously. And so with a newly launched company here, relatively newly launched company, PitchSync, without further ado, Stephen Flutie.
Yeah. So it's funny. When I started as a rep, I had several doctors that actually wanted to create products and I had nowhere to bring them. The companies we worked with would slow know them to death, which was take 4 to 6 months, bring them out to dinner, tell them we're going to do it. And then all of a sudden they just don't do it. And then I got into my role at Stryker in the marketing position. Next thing I know, almost every rep that I'm working with globally has, hey, I have a doc that has an idea. Can you help with it? And we just couldn't do anything about it. So the problem was much bigger than I originally thought. And that's why we did this, because there was physicians all over the place. Now it's funny. We're growing through the power of LinkedIn. Just kind of watching what physicians are posting, who's saying, hey, I want to develop a product. And then even going just from the rep level as well, and trying to find distributors who are working with product lines that want to be able to develop something. So it's a bigger problem than I originally thought as a rep.
So how big is PitchSync right now? Like how many employees do you have?
3. So we have 3 of us on board full time now. We've got an advisory panel. The fun thing is we found ways to run extremely lean with our platform and our development, and a lot of automation through it. It is, however, our network of consultants, we've got a couple hundred consultants globally, over 7 different countries.
So, oh, wow.
Yeah, the consultancy network is massive, and it's an average of 18 years of experience. And there's a very highly qualified group of individuals on the platform, but the company itself is pretty small. And we want to stay that way. We want to be able to move stealthily and be able to innovate and develop anything that our consultants or clients need. And it's worked well for us so far.
So, one of the things that we were kind of talking about, and obviously just like in the 3-week launch, like, is this just like years and years of, relationship building and networking? I mean, how do you get a network that is, so vetted at this point with a couple hundred people that are all kind of, believe in the mission, are, driven to what you're doing and, willing to help all these people on the platform and come to this standardization agreement with you in terms of pricing and all that stuff? Like how do you get to that point? On my end, where my thinking goes is like, so do you guys have like, I know you said like this is 3 weeks old, no marketing, no nothing. Like, what's the plan? Like, are you guys, have a few projects currently going, and then like, where do you see PitchSync in, a year, 5 years? Like, where do you see like that I know we're only 3 weeks in, but like, where do you see that going, and how do you think you guys will get there?
Yeah, so we've done no marketing. That's the fun part. We've pretty good traction so far without that. We have several jobs flowing right now. We actually, before our platform launch, we initiated a few just manually. Something that we love doing is just connecting. Similar like that story you said before, is we're doing it for free. Why not charge somebody? So we ended up doing that before the platform launched.
Steve, one question I have is, I know you're so, this is brand new, right? It's 3 weeks in, but do you, I'm a vision guy with all the companies that I've ever kind of started. And I always, when I start it, I kind of have a vision of where I think it will go. It doesn't always go there. Sometimes it goes bigger than I thought it would go. Do you have any big plans or ideas of maybe doing some of the stuff in house, not just like consultants, but like physically manufacturing any of this stuff? Or is that not something that you even have an appetite for? Well, Stephen, again, want to thank you for taking the time out to come on the podcast with Travis and myself. I think it's a wonderful idea. I think that the industry, the world of med device, orthopedics, musculoskeletal surgeons, all these people are going to benefit from PitchThink, and I just applaud you for having the courage to kind of like spread those wings and take that risk.
I appreciate it, guys. It's been fun. It's been scary, but at the same time, seeing the amount of people coming to us, it pushes us forward each day. So really appreciate you letting me get the word out.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more. Thank you so much for your time.